Smart, smart, do. We are the children, the children of God. Come, come, come. We change our world. We have what it takes to do it smart and make it smart. Welcome to our Smart Do.
Welcome our grade fours once again for our survey lesson. I hope you're well. I'm also doing fine. Now we are still looking at the miracles of Jesus. We have already looked at two miracles. Now this is the third miracle that we are going to learn about. Now, Jesus raises a widow's son. Jesus raises a widow's son. Now this is another miracle that was performed by Jesus. Now we first of all describe who is a widow. Who is a widow? So we say a widow is a woman whose husband has died. A woman whose husband has died is referred to as a widow. So therefore, we can see that Jesus raised a widow's son, the son of a woman whose husband had died. Now remember, Jesus performed many miracles, and this miracle of raising a widow is referred to as miracle over life and death. So it shows that Jesus has power over life and death. He can call life and bring somebody who's dead back to life. So he has the power to call life and proclaim that that person is living. Now in the book of Luke, chapter 7, verse 11 to 16, there is this story of this woman who had a son dead. And this is what it says. Soon afterwards, Jesus went to a town called Nain, accompanied by his disciples and a large crowd. Of course, wherever Jesus went, there are people who are always following him. Just as he arrived at the gate of the town, a funeral procession was coming out. So a funeral procession, people who are going to bury somebody. It means there was a body that was going to be buried. Now, the dead man was the only son of a woman who was a widow. So you can see this son was the only child. The son was the only child of this widow. And so therefore, she had now been left with nobody else to take care of her. So what happens next? When the Lord saw her, his heart was filled with pity for her. So Jesus felt pity. And he said to her, "Don't cry." Then he walked over and touched the coffin, and the man carrying it stopped. Jesus said, "Young man, get up. I tell you." The dead man sat up and began to talk, and Jesus gave him back to his mother. They were all filled with fear and praised God. "A great prophet has appeared among us," they said. "God has come to save his people." This news about Jesus went throughout all the country and the surrounding territory. So we can see that Jesus, this widow, came from a place called Nain. This widow came from a place called Nain. And Jesus was going to that town as he was as he used to travel from town to town, doing what? Preaching. And when he got to the gate to enter the town, he saw a procession. We have already said a procession. A procession is a group of people going to do what? To attend a funeral. A procession that was attending a what? A funeral. So Jesus looked at the widow, and his heart was filled with pity. His heart was filled with pity, because now, remember, Jesus was also God, and he knew this woman, and the must have been related to this child. So Jesus was filled with pity. And so therefore, what did he do? He went and touched the coffin. He touched the coffin. And those who were carrying it stopped. I remember after they stopped, what did Jesus do to the young man? He just called out to the young man. Young man. Call him young man. Young man. Young man. Huh? Then the young man did what? Jesus said, get up. Young man, get up. Get up. Young man, get up. So, and from that means Jesus called life into this man. The young man sat up and began to talk. He sat up and began to talk. And from there, we learn that the people who had seen this, they were amazed and afraid. They were amazed and afraid because probably they had never seen such a thing in their life of somebody being brought back to life. So they were very much afraid. And they referred to Jesus, the people, the crowd, referred to Jesus as a greater prophet. A greater prophet. And so that means what? They believed in him. They believed. Once they saw him perform this miracle, they believed that he must have been sent by God to do what? To bring God's message and to rescue them. And so therefore, what do we learn from this story? What do we learn from this story? One, we learn that Jesus is very caring. He cares for us. Jesus cares for our feelings. Why? Because he saw the sadness of this woman. He cares for our feelings. So he saw the sadness in this woman, and he knew that he had to do something for her so that that sadness might go away. Another thing is that Jesus has power over life and death. Jesus has power over life and death, and he can call any of them. He can call life, he can call death from wherever it was. We should trust in Jesus when in difficult situations. We should trust in Jesus when in difficult situations. For example, this woman, she was in a very difficult situation. The son had died, and therefore she was feeling as though she could not have it anymore. And also finally, we learn that God is always good to us. He's always good to us. So therefore, we should trust in him. So Jesus was very good to this woman and the crowd, and they were very happy when the son was brought back to life. Therefore, we should be able to trust in God, to trust in Jesus in all our ways, in everything that we do. And once we do that, he will always be ready to help us. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you have enjoyed the lesson. Goodbye.